Hello YouTube, it's me again, Panda from Panda Outdoors. So, I'm just on my way down to the farm now. Unfortunately, I couldn't camp out last night on the permission with work commitments and other stuff, and I had man flu this week, so I just wanted to make sure I was completely better before I camped out in the winter. Just with work commitments, if I get ill, I don't get paid with being self-employed. So, I wanted to make sure I was all okay. But in this episode, what I'm going to do, we're going to go down and do a bit more work on the Bushcraft base camp that me, Andy and Brani have got going on. Got a few things we want to build and have a nice bit of a fire and a little bit of a cook up. I've just bought an all-day military ration, all-day breakfast, military ration, and I think it's a chocolate pudding or a chocolate brownie with me. No big fancy food this time, just a little military ration. And so I'm bringing you along for the ride. I hope you like what we build and make today, and stay tuned for this camp build, because by the summer it should be a really good camp and we should have all the rooms set up, so when we camp down there we don't have to take no tents or anything like that. So that's the plan for the base camp. I'll bring you back when I get to the permission and show you what kit I've brought with me and what pack I'm using. Okay, see you soon. Bye bye now.
Sweet. Well, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me, 'cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was.
Okay folks, so I've just arrived now at the farm. Just been helping out with some farm chores. That'll be in another video, the Panda's Farm Life videos. Again, if you're looking on getting permissions, always help out the landowners. It goes a long way, helping them with jobs that, one, they could need an extra hand with, and two, jobs people don't want to do. Just always help out. Back with Andy again. Say hello, Andy.
Hello.
And my new pack I'm going to be using is my Alice pack. I've changed over from my old Army Bergen to an Alice pack. So that's going to be my new Bushcraft bag of choice. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're just going to walk down, put my gear on, lock the van, and we're going to hike into the meadow. I'll bring you back along the way. See you soon. Which way are we going, Andy? That's the fastest way, isn't it?
It's the fastest, yeah. I wouldn't recommend coming back up this way because it's tiring. But
okay, so we're just gonna hike in now, down. So Andy's got his new pack on, haven't you, Andy?
yeah.
So he's got a big massive, turn around on so I can see, don't just twirl. So Andy's got his new pack. It's the Ramda big loader 120 litre. He's got a big massive bow saw on the back. As I say, with us being on private permission, we don't look like tools having big bow saws. But we have got our folding saws with us as well. So as you can see now, we're just going to drop down into this woodland and then hike over to where our camp is. So I'll bring you back shortly. Okay, so we're just getting here now to where our camp's going to be. As you can see, the streams, if you can just see that, the stream is flowing quite well. So we're just here now. Hopefully the fire pit hasn't filled with water. I know a lot of people were concerned that it'd overflow and fill with water, but from the landowner he said it shouldn't fill. But this is a learning curve. If it's no good there, we'll just redig another one. And hopefully that one won't fill. But we are here at the camp, so we will check now. And as you can see, it is bone dry. So for everyone that was asking will it fill up with water, it's actually been okay. So camp chores today, we're going to get a fire going because one of my subscribers said be careful because they've come out of the river, they could explode. So he said light a fire in it and leave it for half an hour just to make sure the stones will be all okay. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to light a fire, get nice and hot and make sure they don't blow up. And then we are going to be building a sawhorse. So that's one of our tasks today. We're going to build a sawhorse just to make the shelter builds a lot easier to do, instead of bending down and trying to saw wood over your leg and stuff like that. We are actually going to build a sawhorse. So I will bring you along for the journey. Okay, so just going to light the fire, get it nice and hot. As of one of my subscribers said, with the rocks coming out of the water, just make sure you heat it up, get nice and hot just in case any of them explode. So what I'm going to be using to light the fire is, as you can see on my survival lily knife, I've put a pouch on it, if you can just see that just there. Okay, and in that pouch I keep my ferrocerium rod. It is the Ember Rock one, you've seen it on the videos before, so it's the Ember Rock one. And I also keep a small fire lighting kit in there now, so there is a lighter in there for emergencies. There is, I'll just open it up for you and show you. So we have a lighter, we have just a normal clipper lighter for emergencies. We have a little wire survival saw that come with the knife. I've just put that in there as well. And then I have a little tin of cotton, like cotton material, and underneath that is shavings of fat wood. Okay, so we keep them in there as well, already shaved. I'll just close that back up. Okay, and all I'm going to be using is these little pre-made tinders that are kind of coated in wax. That's all I'm going to use today, just to get this fire going. We've got a few jobs to be doing, so I don't really want to be messing about too much trying to get a fire going by using fat wood and stuff like that, when I know for a fact I can get this going nice and easy. Okay, so just putting them in there just like that, and all I'm going to do is get my survival lily knife. Okay, you've all seen it on my unboxing video and the video where and there will be a video of me coming out to me customising my sheath. So again, ferrocerium rod, just going to get in here nice and deep, give it a shave, and as you can see, sparks are coming off dead easy. And there you go, just like that, we have sparks and we have flames. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is get some of this light tinder on, just in there, and this will take nice and easy because it's all dry leaves. So, got to let this fire build up and then crack on with some of the other jobs, and I'll bring you back when we're cooking some food. I'll bring you back to the fire when we've got some food on the go in a little while. Okay, so we started preparing the wood now, as you can see, for the sawhorse. Okay, so got all the straight bits here, got all the straight bits there, and we have some more straight bits over there. So what we're going to do now, we're going to just make 3 like X shapes out of the wood. That's going to be our starting point. We'll make 3 X's, so it'll be long feet and 2 shorter like V sections at the top. So big V at the bottom, smaller V at the top, and they'll be the bits that you rest your wood in. Hopefully this video helps. I don't know, it's a bit hard today to do video because every time I put my tripod out, the wind keeps blowing it over, so I'll get as much footage as I possibly can for you of us building this. It'll probably be me on camera as usual, while Andy's doing some sawing and stuff like that. So I'll bring you back in a little while.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm just using this now as a little makeshift sawhorse for the minute. These are going to be the leg sections that we were on about, so I'm just going to cut them down to size, and then we're going to marry them up to each other, and we're just going to put a little bit of a notch in, so when we tighten them together with it's polypropylene twine that I got from B&Q. It's like a plasticky type material, but it bites really well. My granddad used to use it in the garden, so I know it grabs into like branches and sticks very well. So I'm just going to saw this now using the backhoe as usual. We did bring a bow saw down with us, but the backhoe's cutting through it better than the bow saw is, so I think we need to replace the blade on the bow saw. Just a little bit awkward because I'm under a tree, but again, as you can see, nice clean cut. I cannot recommend the backhoe Laplander enough. Okay, so gonna do this 6 more times, and then we'll bring you back when we're notching it all together, and then we're tying it together. Andy's gonna be the man for the knots because he's our knot guy. So I'll bring you back when that's done. Okay, so this is the notch. So this is the notch that we're making. It doesn't have to be amazing. Say we're new to this, so we're just figuring it out. So we put a little notch in, so when I notch this one, it bites together like that, and then we're going to tie them together. So what we've done is, I've just got the backhoe and I've cut a load of little small cuts in it, so now I can just go at it with me survival early knife, and they just break off, okay, just like that. So it just makes notching it out a lot easier than gradually carving. If we put the little score marks in, all you've got to do is just break it off with your knife. As you can see, that was really easy to do, and then just give it a little clean up with the knife. And now I've also got to notch this end as well, so when they marry up to each other, we'll tie them together and the notches will bite each other, just like that. So again, once we've tied it all up, once Andy's tying it up, I will go on the camera, behind the camera, and you can see Andy tightening it all up and putting a nice knot in it. Okay, so we've got 3 of these to make, so we'll bring you back when this one's all done. Okay, so Andy's now is just lashing the legs together. He started off with a clovitch, but now he's just basically making it up as he goes along. We don't really know the names of knots. I'm not the best at them, but Andy's a bit better than me, but we don't know the names of them. We're not really up on the names of them just yet, but we are getting there. So what we're doing, we're just lashing the sticks together. We're going to go one way, and then we're going to come through the middle and go the other way to make like an X on top of it, and hopefully that'll give it some nice support and rigidity. Once it's all completed, I will go around and show you the knots and a good talk about them once it's all done. But as you can see, Andy's just wrapping it round now, and that is the twine that we're using. It's polypropylene. It was like £5 for a roll from B&Q. Apparently it does bite. As I say, my granddad used to use this in the garden when he was trying to fix falling down bushes or trees, so we do know it works quite well. So hopefully this all goes to plan. If not, you'll be here for the fail. If it doesn't work, I'll still put the video up and show you it all gone to shit. So stay tuned and see how we get on. And the fire is going nicely for any of you unbelievers, so there's the fire going nicely as well. Okay, so as you can see, it's starting to take shape. All of the hitches and the knots are pretty much the same. What Andy's doing now, we're just fastening this support beam. We're starting off at the single side, so Andy's just fastening it to the single side, and then what we'll do, we'll move along and fasten the 2 closer ones in. And then there's how Andy has tied the bottom leg supports in. As soon as you add this bottom structure, this to turn it into like an A-frame, the structure becomes basically it turns into a solid triangle. And if you know anything about structure, triangles are the strongest structure in building work. Little bit of useless information for your next pub quiz. We can't stay long today. Both of us have got other commitments. We've just come down to do a little bit of maintenance on the camp and build a sawhorse, and I have managed to get a couple of other little videos done. that'll be coming out, or they might already be out depending on when we post this video. And no matter what happens today, if this Sawhorse falls apart when we test it, I will still be posting this video, because like I said in the comments on my other videos, this is just a learning curve for me and Andy and Brownie. Unfortunately he couldn't be down at camp today, but this is a learning curve for us. As I say, we've all got bits and bobs of knowledge in bushcraft, small amounts. We've done wild camping, I've done fieldcraft when I was in the TA, Brownie done a little bit more in depth when he was in the military, in the army. So we all know little bits. This is just getting us back on track and learning the skills, learning new skills and freshening up old skills. So I hope you're enjoying these videos, and I would appreciate it if you just dropped us a like and a subscribe, and if you can, click the notification icon, and every time I put a video out you'll get a notification on your phone to tell you that I've dropped a new video. And I wish I was opening a bottle of beer, and I'm hoping to get more videos out there, more content. And me and Andy have booked on for a bushcraft course in May as well, so we'll be learning some new skills there. Hopefully I'll be able to video when we're there. If I can, you'll definitely get a video seeing that. And I've got some other courses that I'm looking at booking on in the pipeline, but I'm going to keep them close to my chest at the minute, because if it pulls off, it'll be something nice for the channel anyway. So stay tuned, and I'll bring you back once we've got this finished. Okay, see you soon. So it is taking shape now, and he's just lashing the bottom structural supports on, and then we will give it a test cut. So I hope this video's inspired you to get out and do something. Me and Andy didn't have much time this weekend, so we never even got a chance to make any dinner, did we, And?
No.
Never got fed, because of the limited time we had down here. It's been quite difficult to make this Sawhorse, hasn't it, And?
Yeah.
Just because none of the trees, as you can see, have got a straight limb on them, so any of the deadfall is all crooked and bent and whatever, so we're having to make do. So if you can see, this last piece is a little bit crooked, but we'll make it work. So all the pieces that we found, we've had to cut and make into shape, just because of the shape of the trees down here. In the meadow it doesn't really get maintained, it's just left to grow naturally. So I'll bring you back once it's all done, and we'll do a test cut for you. Okay, so me and Andy, well mainly Andy with his knot work, I just done all the foraging for the wood really and sawing it down. Andy done all the knot work. So we have finished the Sawhorse. So what I'll do, I'm going to flip the camera around now and I'll show you it. Bit pushed for time today, so as I say, we didn't get much done, as much as we'd liked, but it seemed to have went well. So what I'll do is I'm going to flip the camera around and show you it now. Okay, so this is the Sawhorse. Bit hard to do because most of the wood we had was all crooked and bent, but we've managed to get it done. We did run out of the polypropylene cordage, so we had to use some paracord that we keep on us, but it looks good. We've put some cross members just across there in opposite directions, just to give it that little bit more rigidity. Hopefully it works. So you've got the 3 sections, 1, 2 and 3. Put it all the way across as for sawing your big pieces of timber, and then this little section is going to be for sawing your smaller firewood, tinder, sorry, your big pieces of wood for bigger structures. These little bits are more for your firewood and stuff like that, getting ready to be split. And as you can see, all the knots were all done by Andy. So it's quite good if Andy gets on the end of it now. I'll show you just lifting it up, so you can see it is quite sturdy. So gonna lift it up. Okay, it's not heavy, but it is a 2-man lift just because it's awkward, but it is quite sturdy. Give it a shake, and as I say, it's solid. So I'll do a sawing demonstration for you now. Okay, so that is quite a big log on there, as you can see. So what I'll do now is I'm going to do a little sawing demonstration for you so you can see it in action. Quite a big log, and it fits in it well. I don't know how well I'm going to fare because I've only got a backhoe with me, but I'll see if I can cut through it nice and quick. Okay, so I'll just cut here so I know it's supported all the way along. Okay, so this is more really for cutting your smaller firewood, but for now it'll keep it all held up for me. As you can see, it's going nowhere, the knots are holding up well. So all I'm doing is supporting this end bit. The two middle sections are supporting the heavy end. If I had a bow saw that wasn't blunt like that one, we'd be okay. Almost through. And we are through. Okay, so that's the Sawhorse. I'm going to stop the video there because unfortunately I've got to shoot. I can't stay in the woods all day today. But I hope you like this video and inspires you to get out, make your own camp, or even with the kids in the garden, make your little Sawhorse. Little bit of a DIY bushcraft project that you can have a go of. Me and Andy have never built one of these before. Andy's quite good with knots. He just sent me out to find the straightest pieces of timber I could find. Fortunately, where we are, it's hard to find them, but we've done the best with what we had. So again, I hope you're liking these videos, hope you're liking the people in them. If you are liking them, please subscribe and hit that the like button as well. The little bell icon, if you click that, it'll give you a notification every time I drop a video. So if you don't mind doing that for me, be much appreciated. And hopefully I will see you outdoors sometime. Take care now.